$5 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, plenty of sunshine. A high this afternoon will be in the mid to upper 60s. We will see an increase in the cloud cover later on tonight. Few isolated showers. Overnight low will drop down into the low 40s. Wednesday, partly sunny, a cooler day, a high in the upper 40s to low 50s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Green Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936.
At Arkansas Oklahoma Gas, we understand that cold weather months are about staying warm, keeping life running smoothly, and focusing on what truly matters. We also know that higher heating bills during this season can create stress, and we're here to help ease that burden. From a variety of payment options designed to fit your needs to assistance programs that provide extra support, our team is dedicated to helping you stay comfortable and worry-free all season long. Our customer care team is just a call away, or you can explore helpful resources online at aogc.com/winter. We're here for you this winter.
Hey, Ty Richardson for Jam Mart. Jam Mart is always trying to save you money, and that's why they partner with Valero. Hook up your checking account to the Valero Pay Plus app, and you'll get 10 cents off a gallon, plus other special deals on holidays and more. Jam Mart and Valero, passing on the savings to you. Now available at the 3 Fort Smith Valero Jam Mart locations. Jam Mart, the leading gas station and convenience store in the region.
Fill her up, please.
KERX Paris Fort Smith from the Busch Light Studios. ESPN 95.3.
I'm disappointed because it was like they played with a sense of urgency, desperation, and we just kind of played.
It's not the first time I've said this. Darius Acuff is the SEC Freshman of the Week. Again. Now, this is the first time in SEC history that anyone's won this award 5 straight weeks.
Always like the Tuesday night game. I like that because you had a little more time. Like Auburn had an extra day for us, and you saw the energy difference.
Live from the Busch Light Studios. Produced by Colton Little with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft. This is The Morning Rush.
Stranger to the rain.
All right, so you heard John Calipari last night on Live with Coach Cal. He was talking about the upcoming game tomorrow night against South Carolina, some of the things that he hopes gets better than what was on display on Saturday. But maybe one of the important things that he was discussing last night was this.
Has anybody had the cream corn here? Have you ever done the cream corn? If you haven't done the cream corn, try the cream corn.
Best way to eat corn, Tommy Kraft. On the cob, cream corn.
Off the cob.
Off the cob.
Sweet corn on the cob from, where's it? It's not Warner, Oklahoma. It's just this side of it. There where the, Bruce helped me out here. Where the Love's gas station is, a speed trap. Just across the bridge that came down to
Weber's Falls.
Weber's Falls sweet corn. That's the best around.
Weber's Falls.
Yeah. They make really
good. Is that
good.
white corn?
No, that's like a sweet yellow corn.
I like sweet white corn.
Sweet
on the cob.
Sweet yellow corn on the cob. Or white's fine, but yellow corn on the cob.
Where is that specific to?
We had in East Tennessee white corn, but you can get it anywhere in the South.
Cream corn's great. We used to have cream corn, mashed potatoes, and steak when I was growing up. I haven't had it in years. What I heard Cal talking about last night kind of brought me back to my child days or whatever. Obviously, we got basketball to discuss. We're going to get our Pradco Pyramid of Power.
Corn on the cob, lots of butter, and I'm going to tell you, pro tip, CJ's Butcher Boy Burgers seasoning.
Very good.
Just sprinkle some of that on there. Really good.
JT says grilled sweet yellow corn on the cob. Have you guys ever grilled that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I can't say I've ever
I like it
had
boiled soft corn.
You buy it in the husk, and then you silk it, and then you garlic, butter, or whatever.
You got to have the right salt and butter ratio.
I think at one point in my life,
put it right back on there.
At one point in my life, I've had fried corn on the cob. I feel like that's happened before. It's been, I want to say it was at a state fair or something. I feel like that's that's something I've had before that I kind of want to try again.
Clearly,
Now,
it left a mark.
well, I'm just like I'm like 99% sure. I just can't remember if it's like the Arkansas State Fair or where it was specifically. Maybe it's the Texas State Fair, but I remember having fried corn on the cob of some sort. I just don't remember the location, and now I want some.
Calico County has fried corn on the cob.
Now I need to get some again. Yeah. Well, I figured we start with a kind of a softer topic this morning. Tommy, I know you've had a last couple of days, and I don't want to get intrusive or anything, but you doing okay?
Yeah. I mean, death in the family is never easy, and had a great relationship with my father-in-law. Great man. Cancer sucks. It just does. But he had a great 83-year run, and we had a lot of great times together fishing on the North Fork, and a lot of great times on the golf course together. And listen, he didn't get cheated any life experiences at all. The one regret I have is we never made it to Venice, Louisiana to redfish. It's one thing you wanted to do. We never got that part done, but we did a lot of great things, and I appreciate that, Ty. Just continuing to put arms around my mother-in-law and my wife and my brother-in-law and the family right now is now the harder days begin. So now that everybody goes back home.
Yeah, it's the aftermath that always seems to be more difficult. We were thinking about you. Just want to make sure that Mr. Lucas got his just due.
He would have told me to not to go to work today, but go fishing.
Okay.
But I came to work anyway, Jack. No. So Jack would have wanted me to either probably go fishing, but maybe play golf.
Now Now, Tommy, I know you've gone. Bruce, you get to go to all these different extravagant places. Like some are really, really nice, and then some you are considered off the wall, like the Minnesota trip and whatnot. What is the craziest fishing trip that you've ever been on? Excursion of any sort. It could be work related. It could be fun. Is there one that you're like, man, I remember that, and I'll remember that the rest of my life?
Well, we did a fly in Australia. We flew to Sydney from LA, and then a float plane picked us up in Sydney Harbor, and we went way up this river, and we caught barramundi off the mangroves, and just flying in to get to the boat to go fishing was kind of cool, and that's a top one.
It was an adventure in itself. Tommy, Is there anything that tops the redfish one that you did a couple years ago?
Red fishing's great, but I'm gonna tell you that the trout fishing in Arkansas is hard to beat. Red fishing, just because they put up such a great fight in those weed beds down there in Louisiana. So I'd probably go with that for fun, but for memories, probably the North Fork River.
Redfish are cool because it's all flats and there's no place to go except sideways. And man, they strip out drag. Them big ones do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is there any desire to go on a trip to Miami, do a little fishing, also go to the game,
maybe some
and pay an arm and a leg?
Miami, you can catch peacock bass in the canals in Miami. That's pretty cool. That's one of the few places in the United States you can do that. Typically, you got to go to the Amazonas region in Brazil, but they got butterflies all over the canals that have been just dropped in illegally over the years, like a lot of things, and they procreate, and you can catch them.
Willingness to take on a second mortgage in order to buy a ticket?
Nope. Zero.
For this game?
Zero.
On Monday night? Yeah.
No.
For those, we'll get into kind of some stats and stuff coming up. Indiana, Miami, national championship game coming up this Monday, and it's pretty crazy where the tickets are at.
It's time for the opening drive.
Bear says he's seen up to $25,000 a ticket. I think Miami fans want to go, want to be there for their team, but I think some of them are going to be like, you're going to give me how much? How much? If 4 Ohio State tickets, somebody said, hey, Joey, those 4 seats you got at the 40, I'll give you $100,000 for those 4.
They can have my tickets and one of my kids. Throw Peter in there. They can have Peter.
Oh, Peter in there.
Larry Hill Jr. is the running back. It's intercepted. It's going to be running. Touchdown.
All right, guys. $747 is the cheapest ticket right now to get in Hard Rock.
I mean,
right now.
No.
Now
No.
that's not the prior 2 tickets that have been bought and sold, but right now, $747. What do you think I'm about to say though?
That's for the parking
No,
ticket.
the parking.
Yeah.
The parking.
Yeah.
I
That's
said
not,
ticket.
that's not a game ticket.
That's not a game ticket. That's parking, Tommy, to get in. It's more closer like $3 or $4 grand. The tickets continue to rise. Here's my thought if I'm a member of both fan bases. If I'm a Miami fan, I tend to think that my program's going to get back on top. So I am going to gouge and sell an overpriced ticket to an Indiana fan and make a ton of return, like 400, 500, 600% of what I initially paid for it. And if I'm an Indiana fan, I know they're in harmony right now, and it's perfect. But I am going to spend whatever money I have to get in that building come Monday night. Miami's probably going to be back. You can go to a club, you can go to a bar, you can do whatever and spend the 20 grand, 25 grand that you're set to make. Indiana, unfortunately, you just want to be in the building.
Here's the difference. Here's the difference. Miami fans of a certain age have seen great teams that have played for national titles. They have seen great teams win national titles if you're old enough. And Miami fans deep down believe this won't be their last shot to ever see this again. Now, might be the only time they get to see it in their home stadium because that's never happened before. But for Indiana fans, this is truly a once-in-a-lifetime moment. You'll pay what you have to pay. You'll give up retirement 3 years sooner. You'll do whatever because this may be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for an Indiana fan.
I just think it's
that's
crazy.
The emotional difference.
I think if you're an Arkansas fan right now and this happened to you and you had to pay $8 grand to go to a game, that's a financial hardship. That's for
I don't care how much money you make.
4 hours of your life. $8 grand for one ticket. If you're going to take your spouse or your friend, 16 grand. And most of the time we ain't going to a game by ourselves. We got to take somebody with us.
And that doesn't matter if you make 150, 200, 300, 400. That's still a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Unless you're making $1 million a year, $800,000 a year, 20, 30 grand to take your family to a game.
So what is? I guess my
that's just
we went crazy during the finals last year. It was $800 a ticket to see the Thunder, and I bought 3 tickets. I figured 2 Fort Smith boys. It's a 3-hour drive. My son Slate's a diehard Thunder fan. We might never get that chance again. It's not guaranteed. So you know what? Let's do it.
But $2,400 isn't setting you back for a year. $24,000 you're not
crazy.
You're not going to the game.
There's
no way.
That's a professional. That's a team again that I know they made it back in 2012, but they had never won before. So I would have thought. I know this sounds crazy to me to say you kind of got those cheap, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of a good deal that you?
I thought so.
And especially a team that won it. This to me, like I was trying to. I'm reading all this stuff. It's like, hey, what is the solution to stop this? Well, it worked out. It doesn't always work out, but the home team is playing in the national championship. So that doesn't help anything where you have a huge contingency right there in the own backyard of Hard Rock. And obviously there's rising costs and inflation. I don't know what the solution is where you can stop this moving forward.
Well, what would you do if the national championship game was being held in
Dallas,
Fayetteville?
Yeah.
And Arkansas was going to play in it, are you going to, and you have 4 seats, and you've got $2 grand tied up in those 4 seats, but you can sell them for $24,000. What are you doing?
I'm not selling them. You could offer me $1 million.
If you're a fan, you're going to the game. That's why you
could
buy the
offer
tickets.
me
To go to the game.
Miami fans.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Tommy. That's what I opened with. Is like Miami fans are going to price gouge Indiana fans. Indiana fans are going to pay whatever's necessary to get out. And I say what's necessary, whatever they have to. Because
are you gouging if someone's willing to pay?
That's not. Well, no. It's free market, I guess.
Yeah.
But if you invest in those tickets and that's your team, and if it's someone like Arkansas or Tennessee, and that's probably the one shot in your lifetime, why would you sell those tickets when you spend your life tailgating and going to those games?
I said this yesterday, and I know we got our Pradco Pyramid of Power coming up. I want your thoughts. I think Indiana's going to outnumber Hurricanes.
They are
one day. So you agree, Tommy?
Yeah.
Do you agree on that?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't.
Miami's outnumbered everywhere they go, dude.
Yeah.
In neutral site games, even though it's a home game, it's a neutral site game. there's going to be more Indiana fans there.
I kind of thought that too. So we'll see what happens again Monday night. I wish it was Saturday. Ratings, not necessarily what I know college football executives wanted in some of these semifinal games, but hopefully we got a heck of a matchup coming up Monday night.
All right, that's the opening drive brought to you by Joe's Grill and Cantina. It is Taco Tuesday, but want to remind you of a couple things going on at Joe's. First of all, Arkansas, when they're playing, wear your hog gear in, get half-price apps and cheap taps. Of course, you can see the Hogs this week versus South Carolina tomorrow. Saturday, they'll be on the road for Georgia. I know it's a late game tomorrow night, but go watch the first half. They're going to keep the bar open till everybody's satisfied, and you can watch the game there and chips and salsa and enjoy all of that for the Hog games all year long. Half-price apps, cheap taps at Joe's Grill and Cantina. The other thing, Ty, have you ever tried the burger? Have you ever tried the burger at Joe's?
I've had plenty of them at Arts, but not at Joe's.
You know, the burgers at Joe's, I had one a couple weeks ago. Fantastic. I mean, these are people that know about making burgers. Their sister restaurant is Arts. I'd encourage you to try one of the burgers. They got one on special this week. But, if the family's in the mood for Tex-Mex and maybe you're not, the burger is outstanding at Joe's Grill and Cantina. 3400 South 74th Street across from Harps. Half-price apps, cheap taps during the Arkansas games at Joe's Grill and Cantina.
All right, so a little shakeup in the Pradco Pyramid of Power, I would guess, considering Arkansas fell to Auburn this week, and only two teams remain undefeated in conference play: the Texas A&M Aggies and the Vanderbilt Commodores. Aggies in action tonight against Bruce's Vols in Knoxville. It's time for a Pradco Pyramid of Power.
LearnNet.com, LearnNet.com, LearnNet.com. There you go.
Chrome blackback, Chrome blackback.
Who are the best basketball teams in the SEC? Let's find out.
Perhaps I could be of some assistance.
This is the Pradco Pyramid of Power.
Well, we all guessed wrong with Vanderbilt,
Yep.
and rightfully so. They hadn't played a ranked team.
Nope.
They hadn't beat anyone of note, but they have now. And I've got Vanderbilt number one in my Pradco Pyramid of Power. The 16-0 record gives them right to that, but the wins over Bama, or the win over Bama last week, they also beat LSU, gives me reason enough to move the 3-0 Vanderbilt Commodores to the top of the Pradco Pyramid of Power. They get Texas and Florida and another chance to prove it this week. I got Vandy number one.
Yeah, I can't disrespect them another week. They're number one.
I got Florida number two. I know they're 11-5. They lost to Missouri to open conference play, but they got a win against Georgia, a win against Tennessee. I like their resume than some of the other teams that are right around them. I know they're 2-1. I know A&M's 3-0. They get OU this week on the road and Vandy on the road. I've got Florida. After watching them, they passed my test. I got Florida number two.
Yeah, that wasn't a win over Tennessee. That was a beatdown. Big win, and they crushed Georgia, which is playing well. Georgia's only lost 2 games. So, yeah, Florida, they look like the defending national champs.
Yep.
What we're finding out, Tommy, you better win your home games because it's rough on the road in this league, as always.
So you agree, Vandy 1, Florida 2?
Yes.
We're side by side on that. I got Arkansas number 3. They did get their brakes beat off of them at Auburn the other night, but when you compare the resume to some of the other teams in contention, I still give the hometown edge to the Razorbacks. They get South Carolina tomorrow. They'll have a chance to prove it on the road at Georgia this week, but I got Arkansas number 3.
Well, I agree. You know, we saw Arkansas go to Oxford, beat Ole Miss. A Chris Beard team's always tough to beat on the road. So, yeah, and they got jacked up by Auburn, but I still got them number 3.
I got Georgia at number 4. They're 2-1 in league play, 14-2. They beat Auburn. They lost to Florida, then beat South Carolina. Just playing better the last couple of games than Alabama, so I got Georgia at number 4.
Yeah, Georgia's 14-2. They did get beat by Florida by 15, but big win over the Gamecocks, got them number 4.
They get Ole Miss tomorrow at home, and then the Razorbacks on Saturday. It's a home week for Georgia. I got Alabama at number 5. They beat Kentucky, which who hasn't lately? Lost to Vandy, no shame in that, but then lost to Texas as well last week.
At home.
At
That
home.
was surprising.
Yeah. So Alabama, a little bit on the skids, 1-2 in league play. I don't think they're done. They're 11-5 on the year. They're 18th ranked. I got Alabama at number 5.
Yeah, surprising, especially since Tennessee just beat Texas, that the Longhorns went on down to Tuscaloosa and won that game, but I still got Alabama number 5.
All right, then I got Texas A&M number 6. They're 3-0, but they still have not played a ranked team this year. Their losses are to Oak State, UCF, and SMU. They have won in league play against LSU, at Auburn, which is impressive, and against OU last week. This week they go on the road to Tennessee and to Texas. They'll have a chance to stay in and elevate themselves in the Pradco Pyramid of Power. But for now, the 13-3 Aggies are at number 6.
Yeah, I dropped Tennessee to number 6. They got crushed by Florida. They beat Texas last week. They got A&M tonight. I think they're better than A&M, but I guess we're going to find out on TV tonight.
All right, so we agree 1 through 5, Vandy, Florida, Arkansas, Georgia, Bama. I've got A&M at 6. You got Tennessee at 6. Ty, where are we right? Where are we wrong?
So I'm like a pre-Pradco, I would put Tennessee where Bruce is at because I think they're going to win tonight. But as of now, A&M's won all 3 conference games, but they really haven't played anyone, like you said, Tommy. Don't have a lot of issues with either of them. Florida's starting to come on a little bit. Boogie had a really good game the other night. Georgia is, I think, a team that not enough people are talking about. And Alabama, that was the most inexplicable loss of the weekend. Texas at home, I thought after their loss earlier in the week, they would just pulverize the Longhorns.
Boogie got the haircut.
Yeah, he did.
He got a chop, and he's playing a little better.
Play tonight. Florida at OU tonight, 8 o'clock.
Bama's had a weird year. Oates has talked about they've had like 10 or 12 different starting lineups, and he's been frustrated with guys that haven't been able to play. I think they'll figure it out, but now not a lot of issues with how you guys stack them up after a few weeks.
All right, that's the Pradco Pyramid of Power. Vandy's at the top. We got the Hogs at number 3. You can give us your thoughts on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline at 877-377-6963. Bruce, this is kind of the last, mild day, and it's not like we're going in the deep freeze, but temperatures are going to drop off. This cold front that's pushing through, how does that affect the fishing the next 24 hours or so?
Well, it'll bunch a lot of the fish up, like bass you'll be able to catch in creek channels, probably some main lake points. But crappie fishing continues to be good, especially on Beaver Lake. Bobby Garland Pro Guide, Peyton Usry, has been catching limits every time he goes, whether it's black crappie or white crappie. He's catching them on Bobby Garland baby shads. So if you know what you're doing, you can go to Beaver Lake and catch them, or you can call Peyton and see if he can take you. But the Bobby Garland baby shad is something I'd have on right now.
Does he do some guiding for
he does.
crappie? Yeah.
He does.
Nothing better than a bunch of slabs of crappie in the freezer.
No, you fry about half of them the day you go, and then save the next group for your friends.
There you go. All right, LureNet.com is where you can find a lot of these exclusive deals, but things you'll find everywhere, like the Bobby Garland baby shad. And I know right now, White River, Norfolk River, a lot of places, that Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue would be good to have in the boat.
The Rogue would be real good in a clown color or chrome black back. And then obviously the Flashpoint Junior, one of the newer baits Booyah has, would be real good to jerk for those browns right now. But the browns are coming up spawning. They've been running water, and that's the good thing, Tommy, about cold weather. They'll generate water at Bull Shoals Dam. They'll get that water up. And when that water gets up, the browns hit the banks just like a bass would. You fish the eddies with a jerk bait, and you can catch some big ones.
All right, Bruce, great to see you. We'll see what the shakeup is next week. There's some critical games this Saturday. Florida's at Vanderbilt. Arkansas's at Georgia. Those are the 2 ranked matchups on Saturday. So I imagine we'll have a different looking Pradco Pyramid of Power next week.
Yeah, that Arkansas-Georgia game, that'll be a good one over in Athens.
Tough one. Usually it's always tough football-wise, not always in basketball, but it is this time of year.
All right, Pradco Pyramid of Power, we do it every Tuesday morning. If you haven't downloaded the Hit That Line Now app, it's powered by Taco Bell. Whether you're craving something cheesy, saucy, or crunchy, Taco Bell has you covered. Take it along. Listen to the game tomorrow night with the Hit That Line Now app, powered by Taco Bell.
All right, we got our hog update coming up. Heard from Cal last night. Going to play some more stuff from them. Tom Murphy's going to join us at 10 a.m. Some updates in the SEC, and also what's going on with the college football playoff, latest on ESPN.com, and what could happen moving forward, 16-24, where's it's going. All that's ahead. Talk of the Town Tuesday rolls on next. ESPN Arkansas, hitthatline.com.
You can now download our new app in the iTunes or Google Play Store. Listen anytime and anywhere on your favorite mobile device. Just search Hit That Line Now.
Like I said, I can't listen to everybody in the seats, or I'll be up there with them.
You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Designed by Jason Christie, the Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait doesn't just bring the fight, it dominates. Choose from 3 blade options: Colorado for maximum thump, Willow for bright flash, and the one the pros won't talk about, the Oklahoma blade. Perfectly balanced for subtle vibration, multiple flash points, and unmatched versatility. The Oklahoma blade is your secret weapon for pressured waters. Precision engineering, tournament proven, and one mission: dominate. Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait, here for one thing.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
All right, you're all set with a coat and scarf. Bundling up?
Yeah, it's freezing out there.
Want to bundle up some wins?
Wins?
It's the $5 bundle from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. It's Powerball with Power Play, Lotto, and a free natural state jackpot ticket, all for just $5.
Wait. 3 chances for 3 jackpots for $5? Bundle me up.
Ask for the $5 bundle today. Must be 18 or older to play. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
They can have my tickets and one of my kids. Throw Peter in there. They can have Peter.
This is the Morning Rush.
2026 is looking bright at Rath Auto Resources. Celebrate by driving away in one of our road-ready certified pre-owned cars, reconditioned and backed by a comprehensive warranty. With our award-winning customer service, non-commissioned sales team, and painless pricing, we take the hassle out of the car buying experience, so you can focus on more important things, like that new gym membership, quitting smoking, or that other thing. Ring in the new year with a new ride and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. RathAutoFortSmith.com.
Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, not when you work with Tara Limbird and the Limbird Real Estate Group. With over $1 billion in real estate sold, Tara's team knows how to make the process simple, successful, and even enjoyable. They can provide you with a cash offer in 72 hours, or you can use Tara's high-octane marketing and sell your home for thousands over asking. When it's time to buy or sell, trust the team that delivers results. Go to LimbirdTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
Valley Prince to Riley Farms provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. General dentistry, braces, implants, same-day crowns, and cosmetics. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients a better life with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A at the entrance to Riley Farms. Let them know you heard this on ESPN Radio and receive $300 off a snore guard. Valley Family Dental, 479-226-3500 for an appointment or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
I'm Jackie Mock with Mock Legal Solutions. My favorite sport is hockey. I love the ice, the sliding, and especially the hits, but I don't love those things on our roads. Winter weather is here, so slow down and drive defensively. But if a bad driver gets past your goalie, call me to make a power play against the insurance company. After 13 years of settling car wreck claims, I've got more than a few tricks in my hat. Call 479-769-1505. Mock Legal Solutions, real advice, reasonable price.
Stop it. Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text AREA to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 42424. That's AREA to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
The holidays are over and it's time to organize your storage. Ace has always been the helpful place, and right now we're even more helpful by helping you organize all of your storage spaces. Right now, get great deals on storage solutions at Metters Lumber Ace Hardware, like 27-gallon heavy-duty storage totes for only $8.99, Sterilite latching storage totes for only $6.99, or select shelving units for only $79.99. Now through the end of the month, only at Metters Lumber Ace Hardware in Alma, Ozark, and Clarksville. Ace, the helpful place.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Gage Wood, no hits him. Allen has a wide open man. It's Childs. He's loose. He scores. Childs, please.
Uncle Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
ARKNSAS.
This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush.
I should mention, it's not the first time I've said this. Darius Acuff is the SEC Freshman of the Week.
Is that the best bet in sports right now? That on Monday, when you get the announcement or you're looking on social media that Darius is going to be the SEC Freshman of the Week, fifth straight, which is the first time it's happened in 5 consecutive weeks. Notable guys that have done it at least 5 times include Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, James Robinson, Chris Jackson. A lot of these guys Cal coached. I think this is the sure bet. If Darius keeps playing, he might keep winning this.
I heard Chuck say sometime while I was away that, you're watching Lee Mayberry in the flesh. It may have been a reel or something I saw, but I think that's the best comparison of what you're looking at is, you're not going to see this guy. Enjoy him now because you're not going to have another season of this guy. Now, there's a better chance, I guess, in the NIL world that could happen, but I don't think that will be what Darius Acuff's doing a year from now. I think he'll be in the NBA. But enjoy it because you didn't know you're watching Lee Mayberry his freshman year till a year or two down the road. Man, that's one of the all-time greats. And that's the debate we'll have at some point is where does Acuff stack up with the all-time greats? And that's going to be the debate moving forward. When you have a player of this nature, can you put him in the same breath with Lee Mayberry or Todd Day or Corliss Williamson or the U.S. Reed clip or Sidney Moncrief or Marvin Delph or Ron Brewer? Or the other Ron, those guys, can you put them in the same category with Joe Klein? And I know we're talking about different positions and different eras, but when you only play 1 year, that was kind of the debate with Joe Johnson. Where does he stack up? And he gets, I think, a little edge because of a great NBA career. But that's going to be the challenge, not just at Arkansas and other places, is how do you really put these guys, because they're not going to have career records. They're not going to be here long enough to do the things that players that played 3 years did. But that doesn't make him any less of a player.
And I know you mentioned Joe there, but the reason
he had 3 semesters, I guess.
Yeah, the reasons he'll
have more than Acuff.
Yeah, the reasons that some of those guys you listed are so revered in Razorback lore is because of either a national championship or a Final Four. When you think about the original triplets, the second set of the triplets, Corliss, Scotty, and those guys, you associate, and again...
And we would have put Isaiah Joe and Jalen Williams and those guys in that same conversation if they'd have had exactly what you're talking about.
3 or 4 years, and both those guys played 2 years, and they were one game. Isaiah wasn't, but Jalen was one game away twice from going to the Final Four. And that's and even in national championships. So if you're asking the question, how does Darius get put in that category? Well, the answer is simple. They end up in Indianapolis.
Right.
We're way, it's January the 13th here on a Talk of the Town Tuesday, but
they have the ability, and he's a big piece of the puzzle of to why this team has the ability. I think we've seen enough. I know they got smoked the other night on the road at Auburn. They're not going to be the last team to get their pants pulled down at Auburn, get embarrassed at Auburn. That's going to happen to other good teams too. But, you've seen enough at this point to know that the talent's there, the pieces to the puzzle are there, and Darius might be the corner piece. He might be the main reason.
I think you have a lot of confidence offensively, but defensively, it's really waned these last few weeks. They're 14th out of 16 right now in defense in the Southeastern Conference. You allowed 87 and 90-plus to the last 2 SEC opponents. Can't remember what Tennessee had. You have the offensive skill set to get there. I don't think there's any question about that. The question is, defensively, can you stack up against some of these teams you'll play in the NCAA tournament to get to that point? They showed capability. Was it 10? Can't remember if it's 10 blocks or steals against Tennessee, but they have really...
You're going to have to lay it on the line a little bit more. I mean, defense is about one thing, right? About effort. It's about staying in front of your man. It's just, do you think this team's not athletic enough to play defense?
Do I think this team's not athletic? And no, it's the no dominant 5, and they're just not thick. I mean, you've seen
Yeah,
them get
but staying
pounded.
in front of your man takes what? I mean, quickness with your feet. I mean, it's athletic skill.
Yeah.
And I think this team's got, I mean, listen, I think some of that stuff will come around. You're right about the deficiencies at the 5, and that showed up, I think, real big at Auburn the other night.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, is that all the Hog Update? That's the Hog Update brought to you by APAC and Standard Materials Group. 479-587-3300 is the number. You can call APAC and Standard Materials Group and get yourself lined up with ready-mix concrete, top-quality aggregates of all kinds, sand, rock, gravel. They do asphalt and, of course, ready-mix. And there's the thing I've learned hanging around and talking with these guys is there's so many variables to a load of concrete. It is really unbelievable. And they know their product. They know how it needs to be taken care of. They know how it needs to be transported, poured, all those things based on temperature, based on humidity, based on the job site you've got. 479-587-3300 for APAC and Standard Materials Group.
Last night, the Houston Texans won their first road playoff game in franchise history.
They're down in 12. Rodgers, time runs out. Ball is out. It's picked up by the Texans and Sheldon Rankins. And he is in for a touchdown.
Now there are questions about Mike Tomlin, Aaron Rodgers, what the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise looks like moving forward. There are questions about what is the next round? What do the divisionals look like? The next upcoming games in the divisional round include the San Francisco 49ers against the Seahawks, Rams against the Bears, Texans against the Patriots, and the Bills versus the Broncos, which will set up both the AFC and NFC championship. Even Will Anderson last night kind of reverted back to some Nick Saban stuff.
What is the mentality that you learned there that's just even getting more and more sharpened and focused here under D'Amico that will serve you well?
Yeah, it's not taking the rat poison.
Old Alabama days, Tommy, still staying with you even after all these years.
Yeah, so gonna be fun to watch this next round and in the divisional playoffs. Hey, the Lewis Automotive Group hotline is open. You can call Lewis Automotive Group or stop in, celebrating 80 years since 1946 at the Lewis Automotive Group.
Cream corn here. Have you ever done the cream corn? If you haven't done the cream corn, try the cream corn.
You're listening to The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
Designed by Jason Christie, the Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait doesn't just bring the fight, it dominates. Choose from 3 blade options: Colorado for maximum thump, Willow for bright flash, and the one the pros won't talk about, the Oklahoma blade. Perfectly balanced for subtle vibration, multiple flash points, and unmatched versatility. The Oklahoma blade is your secret weapon for pressured waters. Precision engineering, tournament proven, and one mission: dominate. Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait, here for one thing.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
All right, you're all set with a coat and scarf. Bundling up?
Yeah, it's freezing out there.
Want to bundle up some wins?
Wins?
It's the $5 bundle from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. It's Powerball with Power Play, Lotto, and a free natural state jackpot ticket, all for just $5.
Wait. 3 chances for 3 jackpots for $5? Bundle me up.
Ask for the $5 bundle today. Must be 18 or older to play. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
I'm not mad, but I'm disappointed.
This is The Morning Rush.
Basketballs bounce, cheerleaders cheer, and fans are flocking to the paint store in Van Buren. The paint store in Van Buren is known for their color matching. The paint store in Van Buren is known for their help with color selection. The paint store in Van Buren shares their expert advice from 35 years of experience. If you haven't been to the paint store in Van Buren, you are missing out. How about you give them a shout next time you need some real life help you can't get on YouTube?
2026 is looking bright at Rath Auto Resources. Celebrate by driving away in one of our road-ready certified pre-owned cars, reconditioned and backed by a comprehensive warranty. With our award-winning customer service, non-commissioned sales team, and painless pricing, we take the hassle out of the car buying experience, so you can focus on more important things, like that new gym membership, quitting smoking, or that other thing. Ring in the new year with a new ride and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. RathAutoFortSmith.com.
Budweiser, the American lager. A time-honored recipe, true to our original process, brewed using the choicest hops, rice, and best barley malt, delivering great quality beer since 1876. Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The holidays are over and it's time to organize your storage. Ace has always been the helpful place, and right now we're even more helpful by helping you organize all of your storage spaces. Right now, get great deals on storage solutions at Metters Lumber Ace Hardware, like 27-gallon heavy-duty storage totes for only $8.99, Sterilite latching storage totes for only $6.99, or select shelving units for only $79.99. Now through the end of the month, only at Metters Lumber Ace Hardware in Alma, Ozark, and Clarksville. Ace, the helpful place.
Do you need closure on your garage? Call Grit Garage Doors. Whether it's a new door, a squeaky closing sound, a broken spring, or just off track, Grit is who you can trust. Call Grit. There's no door Grit can't close. Local team, local service with honesty and integrity. Call Grit Garage Doors. 479-430-3667. That's 479-430-DOOR. Grit is who you can trust.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Harrod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 4th Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook, where you can check out their work.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist. Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneously? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms.
Here's NASCAR Hall of Famer Mark Martin.
As a race car driver for 40 years, I survived a lot of crashes. Not everyone can run into a wall at 200 miles an hour and walk away. Without a seatbelt, I wouldn't be alive today. Now I'm retired, back home in Arkansas driving my pickup. I'm shocked how many people aren't wearing seatbelts. Why risk your life when it only takes 2 seconds to buckle up? Take it from number 6. Buckle up, Arkansas.
A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
At Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's Place in Lowell online at CarpathSocial.com.
Is this the year of Vanderbilt? I mean, they had and I'm not saying they're going to win.
Year of Vanderbilt.
I mean, they're 16-0 in basketball. Had the best football season in any of our lifetimes, and I kind of fear what they may do in baseball now at this point. What is the secret to the success of what's going on in Nashville?
You're based in Nashville, Tennessee, and you have nerds that can finally spend money to get athletes on campus that can win.
But you got to have athletes that can also get admitted to Vanderbilt too. And I know they've eased some of that, but still, I mean, Vanderbilt's not it's not a JUCO. You can't just fog a mirror and get in.
Let me tell you something. I got 2 really good friends that both went to Vanderbilt, and I asked them straight up, how difficult is the school? And they said it's not that hard. I know they were in journalism, but it's just like they get their
They were only in journalism.
They get revered as this Ivy of the South. First off, Arkansas is the Harvard of the South, as I tell every person that asks me where I went to school. But it's not hard. The formula is easy. They're in a great city. Nashville's awesome. They've got two good coaches in Byington and Clark Lee. They've had one for a while in Tim Corbin. And that's why they won national championships in baseball. They've been there a couple other times as well.
Their women's team is doing really good, too.
Yeah, they were undefeated, beat LSU the other night. It's unlocking what has been there forever. It's just
is this a rising tide in football has lifted all the boats?
Well, you've asked the question about like post Pavia, what do they look like? Well, we're going to find out because we're going to Nashville in October. So I think Clark Lee is a really good football coach. I didn't believe a lick of what he said at SEC Media Days about the Vanderbilt way and blah, blah, blah. I was proven wrong. But yeah, I think Vanderbilt is no longer the doormat of the SEC in football or basketball. And Stallings, they had some decent times. Stallings a little bit, I guess, in basketball. But yeah, it's definitely changed.
I find it incredible, the turnaround there. And I think you're right. Some of it's the NIL and the fact that they have a well-heeled alumni that can fund certain things and has made certain things very possible. So that's part of it. But I think you're right. This Nashville, the certain energy, it's probably the most emerging metropolitan, maybe in the country, but certainly in the South right now. Seems to be a lot of good energy around Vanderbilt. All right, that's the Morning Rush Daily Question. It's brought to you by our friends at Cart Path Social.
Yeah, number one place for indoor golf in Arkansas. If you're planning a party like the Core States group did, you can go to cartpathsocial.com. They've got 10 TVs where you can watch the College Football National Championship Monday night, the NFL playoffs this weekend. March Madness is going to be here before you know it. Their league play is going to be back up here soon in February. And it's always BYOB at the number one indoor golf facility in all of Arkansas. Go to cartpathsocial.com, 479-487-3622. Again, go to cartpathsocial.com. It's always BYOB at Cart Path Social. Speaking of golf, Tommy, what do you think about the Koepka news? For those that don't know, Koepka's coming back to the tour. There are some things he has to do, like a charitable donation. He's not going to be eligible for the player equity program for 5 years. Wondering about DeChambeau and Rahm. Liv's
dead. Liv's dead.
It is.
It's just a matter of time because now that the defection of Koepka, I mean, like I said, John Rahm, there's others. The PGA is going to win out on this deal. We're already starting to see it. Liv's model had a short life because they were willing to pump, over market value, way over market value into certain players. There were players that would like to have gone to Live. How they welcome them back, how they're welcomed. I think all the work that Rory McIlroy and behind the scenes Tiger Woods put into this is the first big dividend in winning that war. Who's ultimately going to win is the players because the purses and the money going to the players and the long-term financial stake that they're going to have can be even greater because of all of this. So the short-term competition has done a lot to raise key purses throughout the calendar year.
Was it $80 million that they added to the purse each year? I think that sounds right.
I think that's right, but there's certain events or whatever that work. All right, let's talk to is it Larry or David today?
David
Rath Auto Resources joins us now here on the Morning Rush. David, kind of going to be the last day of some warmer spring weather before you need the heated seats and the heated steering wheels that you got over there.
I'll tell you what, if you want to talk about something that gets you spoiled in a hurry, and I try not to be all bougie about very much, but man, the heated seats and heated steering wheels, I am about those things.
Yes, sir. Yes, so I didn't know I needed a heated steering wheel till I had one.
That's right, man. The first time you have one of those on one of those awful, it's -4 wind chill kind of days, you're all about it, man.
Changes up a little bit. Well, kind of out with the old, in with the new. I know you guys are trying to get ready your 2025s, and we got some 2026 Mitsubishis there as well. On these 2025s, I think they're 0%, right, David?
That's right. Yeah, we kind of hit that time of the year, rolling out of the last year and into the new. So, we got some remaining 25 models, a little bit of everything, really. Eclipse Cross, Outlander Hybrid. Those hybrids are kind of a best kept secret kind of a deal. I was driving one of those for a little bit. I think think the advertise the average miles per gallon around like 65 or something crazy like that. And I mean, we've got those at 0% for 72 months with approved credit, or like $5,000 off MSRP. So we got some great stuff going on those. And then if you're one of those folks that wants the first of the new model, you know, we've got the 26s rolling out. I've just put a couple of those out on the lot. The new Outlander, the 26 model's got a new engine, turbocharged engine, a little more torque, pretty fun little vehicle to drive. So kind of a little bit of something for everybody on that. You chance to save a whole lot if you're ready to, you know, get into something and don't mind driving a 25. There's still a whole lot of really good offers on those. And then the 26s are looking really good too.
Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith, and you can see David at Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale. Like Tom was saying, last day of really nice weather before we, not a cold, not a just
nice
a
January
blizzard.
weather.
Yeah, that's probably the proper
Then
way
we're going to
say it.
drop into the 40s for daytime highs. I mean, we're going to get to January weather, David.
I am so totally looking forward to it. Yeah.
Me too.
All right, David, good to talk to you, man.
Thanks, you guys.
Yeah, we're not going into deep freeze here. We're just getting to January weather, you know, which we've been spoiled wearing
Honestly,
shorts and
wearing right now.
and being able to play golf and, you know,
Ryan.
not have to wear 3 sweaters. I mean, it's been great.
Ryan says he can't live without heated and cooled
I won't.
seats. Can't do it anymore.
Won't do it.
Once you've been a part of the initial
The
one.
air conditioned seats are probably, now, you know, they're probably better than the heated seats.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Colton, give us an update on what's going on with the college football playoff. I was reading some of this. You got Tony Petitti and Greg Sankey that are kind of not bickering, but debating what's better for each conference. And I know that there's a timeline of what could be changed. I was reading it a little bit this morning. I know that was something you wanted to discuss.
Heather Dinich had some reporting out here recently that the SEC and the Big Ten are both trying to obviously jockey more towards getting more of their teams into the playoffs. So there was a due date that had to be made for the expansion of the playoff here in December that was pushed back towards later in January. So those meetings are coming up here next week. And so what they're going to be deciding on is whether or not the playoffs should be expanded, will be expanded, and to exactly how many teams. One group is wanting the playoff to expand to 16 teams. The other one's a total of 24.
Big Ten.
So, yeah, the SEC wants 16, and then the Big Ten, like you said, wants 24. So there's going to be some big-time decisions coming up here within the next couple of weeks about what the future of the college football playoff looks like, as well as how they're going to handle all these bowl games as well.
Yep.
So really big stuff for college football coming up here in the middle of January.
SEC has 16 teams, and remind us again, the Big Ten has 18 teams. I mean, you stop and think about why would the Big Ten care more about expanding the field beyond that? Well, I mean, they have 18 teams they're trying to serve.
Yeah.
And they know they're going, you know, when the music stops, there's going to be a limited number of spaces. So the more spaces, the more dollars. The question is, how do you manage this with home playoff games like we've seen in these first rounds? This idea of blowing up the bowl, the Sugar Bowl, the Rose Bowl, the Fiesta, the Peach, the Orange, the Cotton, they're all still going to be involved. At least in the quarter and semifinal rounds. Question is, how would do you bring some of the other bowls in to align maybe that what would be a second round? Do you do away with the buys? I think there's plenty of evidence now through a couple of years with a 1-7 record. Buys aren't good. Buys are making the committee still look like they're not getting the right teams in the right spots. And I don't think it's the committee's messed it up. I think the buys are bad for college football. I think we have enough evidence.
I'd be curious. So, like Denver this week, Denver and Seattle. Seattle's taking on a division rival in San Francisco, and I don't know what the record all-time is of NFL first teams going out. And I know the wild card has changed some things where initially I guess you got the top 2 seeds going out. Not to say it's as crazy as the college football initial 2 years, but I would guess it's not as good a record that you think that a bye nets you. I know that's what you shoot for. You want the best team in the league. You want home field advantage, at least in the NFL, all the way, but college football has shown it's not always
But a bye in the NFL is truly a 1-week bye. A bye in college football, even if you played in your championship games, at least 2? And if you didn't play in your championship game, it's 3.
That's a good point.
So, I mean, not all buys are equal. But I think, and I think you get – the question is, how much do you want to bite off on this competition for TV space and viewers between the NFL and their big games at the end of the year and into their playoffs? How much do you want to go head-to-head with the NFL? That's what college football and the network has to ask themselves.
College football has shown they have no desire whatsoever to go up against the NFL based on what's happened the last 10 years, 10, 15 years.
Well,
So-
and the networks don't really have a lot of desire to take that risk either, because they have to deliver audience to their advertisers, or they have to do postings.
And NFL,
which means they have to make up ads.
not necessarily in our market here across Arkansas, but it dominates everywhere else. I like the latest college football, Miami and no, not Miami. I think it was the Indiana. No, it was the Miami and who did they play this past week? I'm sorry, Ole Miss.
Oregon.
They only got
okay.
15 million plus, and it peaked at 17. Which, if you know from college football ratings from earlier this season, doesn't even dwarf some of the best college football ratings this year. So you've got a semifinal game, Tommy, that based on where it's slotted in the schedule, didn't even get to that. I think they would do better on Saturdays, but their scaredness and unwillingness to go up against the NFL, we're never going to see.
Quick note, real quick. Among the other major changes expected, also among that is that sitting athletic directors may not be allowed to serve on the committee anymore. But Hardy Yurachek still is serving one more year. Sorry.
Hey, Art's Barbecue and Burgers, the place to go for the best burger around. Have you tried the Wild West burger yet? It's topped with a hot link and jalapenos, plus Art's hot sauce. They've got the regular barbecue, then they got some special stuff they'll bring out. Art's hot sauce. They put that on there. Also has they also have the brisket burger. I've had this one, tender brisket, caramelized onions. It's an explosion of flavor. And the famous burger, the one that made them really famous, the Art Attack. It's topped with house bacon, smoked ham, an onion ring, and a fried egg. Hey, however you like your burgers, just with cheese and bacon on it. They can do it any way you want. $1 off every Saturday. The best burger in town. Art's Barbecue Burgers and more. Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith.
Designed by Jason Christie, the Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait doesn't just bring the fight, it dominates. Choose from 3 blade options: Colorado for maximum thump, Willow for bright flash, and the one the pros won't talk about, the Oklahoma blade. Perfectly balanced for subtle vibration, multiple flash points, and unmatched versatility. The Oklahoma blade is your secret weapon for pressured waters. Precision engineering, tournament proven, and one mission: dominate. Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait, here for one thing.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
All right, you're all set with a coat and scarf. Bundling up?
Yeah, it's freezing out there.
Want to bundle up some wins?
Wins?
It's the $5 bundle from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. It's Powerball with Power Play, Lotto, and a free Natural State Jackpot ticket, all for just $5.
Wait. 3 chances for 3 jackpots for $5? Bundle me up.
Ask for the $5 bundle today. Must be 18 or older to play. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Few things in life are more important than showing up. Whether you show up for your family, friends, or teammates, it doesn't hurt to bring a plate of their favorite beef dish. Together, we bring more. Find your next crowd pleaser at BeefIt'sWhat'sForDinner.com. Brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council, courtesy of Beef. It'sWhat'sForDinner.com. Tom Murphy is brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
This is The Morning Rush.
You know what's underrated? Having choices. Like, imagine not being able to choose your Deluxe Cravings box at Taco Bell. Imagine you couldn't get a box of classics for $5, or Faves for $7, or a lavish feast for $9. Now with cheesy dipping burritos and creamy garlic sauce. Good thing all those choices are, like, actually real. So instead, imagine which you're gonna get. Choose your Deluxe Cravings box at Taco Bell today. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Price and participation varies. Drinks excludes freezes. Tax extra.
Up to $11,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $11,000 off, or take 4.9% for up to 84 months. Lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer and go 0 to 60 in under 3.9 seconds for as low as $9.99 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Your vehicle safety systems do more than you think. Cameras, radar, and sensors all working to protect you. After a repair, those systems need calibration to stay accurate. That's why Evans Body Shop now offers in-house ADAS calibration. The same precision technology trusted by top automakers gives us the ability to recalibrate safety systems in-house to factory standards. No guesswork, no outsourcing, just accurate OEM-level calibration to restore your vehicle's safety and performance.
Evans Body Shop, where we meet the nicest people by accident.
Since 1992, the Inn at the Mill has welcomed guests to experience the most unique place to stay when visiting Northwest Arkansas. Centrally located at the Johnson exit off I-49, the Inn at the Mill has established a rich tradition of comfort, convenience, and value. Whether it's the big game, business travel, a trip to Crystal Bridges, or a weekend getaway that brings you to Northwest Arkansas, the Inn at the Mill has a spacious room with ample space to spread out. And when I'm there on business, I appreciate the fast, free internet to keep me connected to work, and the laid-back European-style breakfast to start the day. Experience unique and different at the Inn at the Mill, just off I-49 at the Johnson exit. Call 479-443-1800 to make your reservation. That's 479-443-1800, or visit inatthemill.com. The Inn at the Mill, where the past meets the present. You will never find a boring old burger at Art's Barbecue and Burgers in Fort Smith. Try the Wild West Burger, topped with a hotline, jalapenos, and Art's hot sauce. The Brisket Burger, with tender brisket and caramelized onions on top of their hand-patted burger. Or the famous Art Attack, with house bacon, smoked ham, an onion ring, and a fried egg. There are 10 different burgers to choose from, and they're all $1 off every Saturday. Art's Barbecue Burgers and more. Rogers Avenue, next to Buddy's in Fort Smith.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, plenty of sunshine. A high this afternoon will be in the mid to upper 60s. We will see an increase in the cloud cover later on tonight. Few isolated showers. Overnight low will drop down into the low 40s. Wednesday, partly sunny, a cooler day, a high in the upper 40s to low 50s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Grain Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936.
KERX Paris Fort Smith, broadcasting live from the Bush Light Studios. This is the Morning Rush.
I'm disappointed because it was like they played with a sense of urgency, desperation, and we just kind of played.
It's not the first time I've said this. Darius Acuff is the SEC Freshman of the Week. Again. Now, this is the first time in SEC history that anyone's won this award 5 straight weeks.
Always like the Tuesday night game. I like that because you had a little more time. Like Auburn had an extra day for us, and you saw the energy difference.
Live from the Bush Light Studios. Fush. Produced by Colton Little with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft. This is the Morning Rush.
Stranger to so Arkansas has got the Gamecocks back in Bud Walton Arena tomorrow night, and then they travel to Georgia. You heard Cal say he prefers the Tuesday night games. What do you prefer, Tuesday or Wednesday?
Anything at 6. I prefer Wednesday because it interferes less with my high school schedule when I'm out working games, and then I prefer 6 o'clock Wednesday. If we could just have, for me personally, 6 o'clock on Wednesdays would be awesome.
Colton?
Yeah, anytime before 8 o'clock, those games are just, 8 o'clock, I'm falling asleep at halftime. I got a little one now. I'm not making it that way.
3 o'clock on Saturday?
Inevitably.
Yeah, afternoon this Saturday.
That means unavoidable time. Inevitably. Yeah, unavoidable. The game in front of you at 6 is never going to finish by 8.
Going to slide, always.
Hey, and it's going to say down there in that little yellow graphic in the corner, the game will start on the ESPN app, which always hacks you off.
Or you got to go to ESPN News and watch the Pillar Fight Championship first.
But they never tell you till the very last minute whether or not it's going to be on news.
Yeah.
Which it was Saturday when they went to Auburn, and I wish I hadn't turned it on at all.
Mm-hmm.
But Could have missed the whole game.
Did you think they were going to win that game?
What was it? The TCU Arizona game, I think, was the one
that
on
was
in
the
front
one
of
in front of
Arkansas. Ugh. Terrible looking floor at TCU, by the way.
I don't understand.
Did I think they were going to win that game? No. Did I think they were going to compete? Yes. I'm not mad that they lost. I wanted to split last week. I got what I wanted midweek. No, I didn't think they were going to win that game, but I didn't think they were going to get embarrassed.
Got shelled a little bit.
Did I hope they'd win the game? Yes.
Yeah, tougher road matchup on the road at Georgia. I think it's 3:00 this Saturday than maybe you initially expected.
Yeah. Notice anything about me? I know I've been out a few days. Notice, y'all see me all the time. You may not notice.
I know you.
What? Lost weight. Correct answer.
How many are we down?
Total since I started?
Because I'm up.
Huh?
Because I'm up.
You're up?
Not good. Stepped on the scale over 200 for the first time since sophomore year.
As of this morning.
I was sucking down Dr. Thunders and spaghetti every night.
From midsummer, I was struggling. So I gained some weight, stress at work, things going on, drinking too much, having too much fun. Since that point till this morning, I'm down 26 pounds.
That's awesome.
There we go.
Congratulations.
26.
That's a lot.
Got a ways to go. I kind of hit a milestone down to 220.
Okay.
So I'll let you do the math on how bad it was. And I've got about 30 more to go. And I'm getting the help from the folks at
252.
No.
You said 26 pounds. You're at
220 plus 26 is what?
246.
There you go. Math's not hard.
I think you said you're at 226. So
No. I'm at 220 this morning. I'm excited about being at 220.
Because I was
kind of a
correct in saying
milestone.
252.
Yeah. So tomorrow I'm expecting to be like 219.3 or something like that on the scale. Vici Aesthetics and Wellness has been the ones helping me on this journey. If you're needing to get some pounds off, and they've helped me, and also if peptides is something that interests you, listen up because Vici Aesthetics and Wellness has done a great job for me. A full lineup of men's health services, including a personalized weight loss program. I sat down with their doctor, did it by telephone. They do telemedicine, so even if you're in Arkansas, Oklahoma, or Missouri, they can help you and go through, hey, where are you at? What do you need? They'll do, if you get in the clinic, they'll do a blood sample and kind of test your deficiencies. Guess what I found out? Vitamin D, way low. So I'm taking a vitamin D supplement now because my vitamin D is low. That's going to help with my energy, help with calcium absorption, and a lot of other things. Plus, they got me on one of the peptides. I'm doing the NAD+, which has got a lot of great benefits that, develops more energy for you. It makes your skin look better. Let's see, what else would NAD Plus do for you potentially? Boost energy, supports cellular energy production, promotes healthy aging, which I need now that I'm in my 50s. And here's the reason I chose NAD Plus. Supports brain health, includes cognitive function, memory, and mental clarity. As we get older, who's got CRS? Can't remember bleep. Well, we all get going 1,000,000 miles an hour. Plus, it's helping my metabolism, and that's where I can tell the difference. Since starting the NAD Plus in December, it's been over 12 pounds that I've lost, and I think it's a big part of it with the metabolism. It's regulated my blood sugar and help me maintain and gain a healthier weight. So if you need help with a weight loss program that will actually work for you, Vici Aesthetics and Wellness is the place, 479-343-8424. Hey, because you listen to the Morning Rush, they're going to give you 10% off, and you can go right along the journey with me. Just mention you heard it here, 479-343-8424. 343-8424. Ask about their weight loss programs that include semaglutide. They've got all the ones you've heard about. So, plus the peptides. And these are the things I've had to study up and learn more about. Samorelin, glutathione, NAD+, BHRT. Some of these newer medicines that are out there to make you feel better. Go to Vici Aesthetics and Wellness.com. That's A&D. Vici Aesthetics and Wellness.com, or call them at 479-343-8424 and get your 10% off because you listen to the Morning Rush.
Bobby in Mountain Home saying that he was a decade ago at 360 pounds, and as of this week, he's down to 215. He says,
good for you,
Bobby. You
Bobby.
got this. That's quite a number. It's only nearly 140 pounds. Bobby, thanks for texting that in. I will say that you're nipping at my heels when it comes to losing weight. So I have even more. I already had more.
What am I? I'm nipping at your heels.
As in,
are you north of 200?
Yes, I'm 202. So we've got yeah. Now some of that's muscle. Some of that's been built up.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny.
I'm doing less cardio and I'm doing more weight training because that has been the suggestion of my personal trainer and friend.
I agree with that.
And so I have built up a little more muscle than I traditionally have on my wiry body or lard. I'll say a lard body at times. But
I've been doing a lot of walking and steps, and now that I'm in basketball season, I'm walking less and weight training more, at least starting this week. And I think it's through 2 days I can feel it.
That hurts my feelings that you think I haven't added on weight.
Can I ask you guys a
tell?
question?
Yeah.
Just about weight. When does I have a really high, fast metabolism, and I could eat as much
like
as I
a
want. Thank you. That's very, very nice. If it turns sideways, I know you guys lose me from time to time. When does it start? Whenever it starts to affect. Well, I've been married.
Kids.
It's good for a little.
I have a kid.
I've got a buddy.
Well,
my
5 months.
I was going to say you're less than half a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
My financial advisor, Eric Mabry, Halo of Wealth Management, proud sponsor of Ruskin and Zach. He is still a rail stick. Now he does things. He does the jumping in a pool or like the cold plunge, the sauna, and he keeps himself in good. But he eats disgusting like you do. And there are some of my friends that their metabolisms are starting to go away, so they eat a little healthier. I mean, you can't outrun a fork. That's the term that's always been used.
I've tried for 50 years.
Yeah, that's the. It's not always the easiest thing. All right, let's chat with our buddy Tom Murphy here on the Morning Rush.
We got something called beef. B-E-E-F. This hour of the Morning Rush is presented by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Tom.
HR guy says he's down 72 pounds since June, Tommy.
It's hard.
You're starting a revolution.
But I'm going to tell you, these peptides I'm on from Vici have, I think, really been the boost for me.
Tom, what New Year's resolutions do we have in 2026, brother?
Well, good morning, guys. Do you really want to know? It's about doing more things that are on my to-do list and improving things in my house and just, maybe working out a little bit more. Just simple stuff.
Do we have any capitals that we've yet to visit that are on the bucket list?
Oh, gosh, yeah, dozens and dozens. I mean, I've only been to 20-something. Well, I've been to probably 30 capitals, but inside the Capitol building is a different story. And, of course, Tommy got me on Montpelier, Vermont. So if I do one in the Northeast, I can knock out a bunch at once, and that's one of the new aims.
I sent Tom. I was up in the Northeast for a business trip and sent him I ended up in Montpelier and sent him a photo of that. One of the neat things outside is it shows a high water mark from a flood back in like 1936 or something. And it's like higher than the doors of the Capitol. So that was one of the things I remember. But that Capitol was a lot smaller than like the one in Little Rock. So I guess they all vary. So.
Yeah, I think it's the smallest town in America that is a state capital. I was in Pierce, South Dakota a few years back, and I think it's the second smallest. But there's fascinating historic stuff in every capital you go to, including Missouri was granted a certain few $million to do statuary. And so outside the Missouri state capital in Jeff City, they have the best statues just all around. There's just neat stuff in every. Lincoln, Nebraska is one of the coolest out there.
Yeah. So I think Colton's disappointed. We're going to talk sports now. He was wanting to talk statues. See how long we could take to carry this. He's disappointed. His head is in his hands at this point. But I don't think. Let me tie this in. I don't think Fayetteville will be considered, Tom, the NI capital of college football right now. There have been a few pickups over the last week, but I don't think anyone's jumping up and down that there's going to be statues built anytime soon.
No. New regime. It's the same, I guess, approach that Sam Pittman had. They had a lot of changing out of the roster year to year. And so I think if the fans are like me, they're basically in wait-and-see mode. Because talking to Ryan Silverfield, he was about all the new guys they had at Memphis last year and what they had to do to try to get them to play as a team. And that's obviously the biggest factor. I mean, you can have a bunch of five-stars, and LSU had a bunch of talent last year, but it didn't go well for them. So to me, it's how you get them all to play well, and they got to be so much better defensively next year. And so I'm in a wait-and-see mode on, there's a lot of new names, a lot of guys at different positions of need, and let's just see how they all pan out.
Tom, when you see some of these figures about the quarterback salaries, like Sorsby ending up at Tech for $5 million, or Mestamaker at Oklahoma State for I think $7 million. I don't know
what Ty Simpson's being offered to stay in college.
6.5. I mean, these are.
I think Miami offered that.
Yeah, QBs are making more in the SEC and other college football circles than they would be their rookie season. In your mind, is it worth it? Is it worth it to allocate all that money to one particular player in college?
Well, I mean, you'd have to be inside the general manager's office of one of these schools to really have a grip on that. But obviously, quarterback play, I mean, you see what with Indiana or with Mendoza, just how far it takes you. And then when you don't have good quarterback play, what it can cost you. Think of the Oregon-Indiana game. So it's a competitive business. It makes me ill a little bit to think that so much of the money is like, it's so far out of hand from what paying players, I think, was meant to be, that it just makes me ill that it just seems to be so far out of balance. But what are you going to do? I mean, they are profiting off the talent they have and whatever. And it's not so much I'm going to sell cars for your car dealership or I'm going to promote your restaurant. It's so far beyond that I don't think it's great for the game. And hopefully there are ways that they can rein things back in, but I don't know how you do it.
Speaking of outrageous prices, Tom, have you seen the ticket prices for the national championship game Monday night? A $747 get you a parking ticket for the game. I don't know if you've caught any of those reports on how numbers are going through the roof.
I did not see that, but it's just wild that the game is so expensive now for the fans, for the boosters, for everybody, and it's a huge form of mass entertainment that we all. I mean, I enjoyed all. I've enjoyed every NFL game, playoff game so far. I've enjoyed every college game that I've seen during the holiday season and the early part of the year, and so they know there's eyes on it, and that's why these TV contracts are so huge, and that's why quarterbacks are. The market for them is where it is right now.
Yeah. Tom Murphy with us here, brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. He joins us on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Let's shift gears to basketball. Vanderbilt's having the year of all years for their university. Best football team in over a half century. Basketball's off to a 16-0 start. Tom, right now it's hard to argue they're the top of the mountain. They're the top of the heap, king of the mountain in the SEC in basketball.
Isn't that stunning? About a decade ago, 10 years ago or so, they kind of eliminated the director of athletics position. Remember that? They kind of had a guy looking over it named Williams or something. And here they are now, and of course baseball is always really good. The women's basketball team is unbeaten too. So it's really fascinating to think that Vanderbilt, whose finances are always not publicly available, but ranked near the bottom in coach salaries and all that kind of stuff, is able to do this in this era. But more power to them. It's really it goes to show you, if you get the right people in place, you recruit the right people, the right players, and you get a team mindset, the things you can do. But I'm going to do a note on that in my SEC report one day very soon. Add up the records of all the football, men's basketball, maybe add baseball from last year into it, and see which programs have the best records. Because I've been thinking about that Vandy would be number one in just football and men's basketball.
You lose on the road at Auburn, got South Carolina tomorrow night at home in an 8 p.m. game, then you go to a ranked Georgia team in Athens. I don't know if this is a trap game, but this feels like a game that you better be back on point and kind of polished up some of the things that got you beat the other night, or South Carolina could sneak into Fayetteville and give you a challenge.
No question about that. I mean, that had to be an attention grabber for if you don't get down and you heard what John Calipari referenced the most is, it's easier to shoot threes. You're not getting banged around. You're not having to drive in there and expend more energy and possibly get knocked to the deck. So I'm sure they got more physical and they're going to be a more driving team. Weird about South Carolina. They're the only team in the conference right now that's lost 2 home games in league play. But they do have a road win at LSU, so they're certainly capable. They play Georgia tough. the other day. It's amazing that I was extolling the praises of Lamont Paris about 2 years ago, whatever year it was. They had just out of the blue the great year, but then they fell back pretty hard. And I just don't know. Their talent acquisition is interesting. They have a bunch of European players and players from all over the country, and so we'll see how that pans out. But I expect a much more detailed, invested performance from the Razorbacks.
Who needs to step up for Arkansas? We've seen ACAP pretty consistent here the last 5 or so games. Tom, who have you been not necessarily disappointed in, but who are you hoping for helps out the Razorbacks in a scoring output here these next few weeks?
Well, we'll have to see what Carter Knox's hip looks like for this game. It certainly knocked him out for the second half the other day, but he had been doing the kind of dirty work things that John Calipari says gives him more minutes, getting in there and rebounding, offensive stick back, and things like that. Other guys' roles seem more defined. The big guys, you know what they're supposed to do. Ewan and Pringle. Brazil. What I'd like to see from Brazil, he took so many 3-pointers the other day in the win at Ole Miss. I'd like to see him get a little bit more involved in the trenches. But I thought Thomas stayed with the game. He seemed, Acuff didn't have his best game, 1 assist the other night. But I thought Thomas, even though he got a lot of his numbers after the outcome had been decided, kept his nose in it really well. So we'll see. I hope Knox is able to go with the hip.
I think one thing that somewhat gets overlooked because it doesn't show in the box score is the dirty work that DJ Wagner does that allows Acuff to have the numbers he has, the things that get attention, the things that get SEC Freshman of the Week awards. A lot of that wouldn't be possible if Wagner wasn't doing the dirty work he does, particularly taking a lot of times the toughest defensive assignment with their guards.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And, with Thomas playing well, sometimes his minutes decrease a little bit, but he is a real good glue guy, as Coach Richardson used to say, and then Mike Anderson after him. But, yeah, you're right. And he stuck with John Calipari through all this. He had to assume the point guard duties last year after Boogie went out. So, yeah, if DJ Wagner plays well, the Razorbacks usually play really well.
Tom, last theme before we let you go. I know Trinidad Chambliss is still battling to get another year of eligibility, initially denied. I know he's working with Tom Mars and another law firm, I believe. Do you think he suits up for Ole Miss next season?
That is a great question because I think the NCAA took so much heat for maybe not defending stridently the Pavia waiver claim from junior college and denying him to make money, which they went right to the heart of. If you deny this kid this 6th year, you're denying him the chance to make money off his name, image, and likeness. The documentation, I have been reading about it, the documentation from Ferris State with his situation in 2022, I think is the heart of the issue, and I saw Tom Mars's Twitter post yesterday. So it's going to be a fascinating study because I think the NCAA would like to get a better reign. And, of course, John Calipari has a great idea. Once your clock starts, you have 5 years. If you stay healthy or you have a bad injury year, you get the 5th year. Or if you're a great student, you've gone to somewhere 4 seasons, maybe you're granted a 5th year for whatever reason. But keeping it all within a 5-year framework, I think would probably be good for the sport.
Tom, we'll leave it there. Tom Murphy, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette, joins us every single Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. Tom, we appreciate it, buddy. We'll talk Thursday.
You bet. Y'all have a great one.
All right, Tom Murphy brought to us by the Arkansas Beef Council. Few things in life bring more than showing up. I mean, it means a lot just to show up for your friends and family, but show up with something that you're going to be remembered for. That's a plate of their favorite beef dish. Together we bring more. Find your next crowd pleaser at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council and courtesy of beefitswhatsfordinner.com.
Don't necessarily have time to get into the questions today, but I still want to do Talk of the Town. Colton, can you update us on what's going on in Arkansas?
I had something different planned for today,
Okay.
so if we have to be squeezed for time, we can always kick this to next Tuesday, guys. I'm not that worried about it.
Your call.
Well, I did plan this and made something special for it, so hit it.
What am I clicking?
I love this town. Yes, I love the winter. And the word around town says, I love this place.
It's a very small town. Wonder what's really going on in your neck of the woods?
I can extort you, and if you don't give it to me, I'm going over here.
You know, we want to find out who's going to go in the portal and who's going to stay.
So if you're looking for an easy route, go to a team that we're playing next year, and we'll beat your ass.
Local government is so important.
Politics.
Am I not patriotic enough for you?
It's time for Portal Player or Patriotic Politician. Only on the Morning Rush.
Man, one of my favorite things to do here is completely hijack a segment and watch two of the most retentive people I know sit in their chairs and be forced to squirm as the chaos shall unfold. Yes,
That
absolutely.
didn't sound like a compliment.
It's not. Henceforth, in conjunction with Talk of the Town Tuesday, today is also known as Transfer Tuesday, and we're going to play a little game. It's called Portal Player or Politician. Typically how this goes, I find some obscure, colorful bulletin about traffic patterns being altered, geological anomalies, whatever disease is currently rampaging through the local livestock. I read the story. That's right, stupidity. I read the story. I ask some superfluous trivia. Tommy typically wins, and Ty typically forgets whatever rule he's been assigned. Today, take all those rules, crumble them into a ball, and throw them out of the way. So, what we have here is Transfer Tuesday. We're going to play a game, Portal Player or Politician. The rules, I'm going to read the name of an individual. I'll give them two biographies. They are either a portal player or a local politician at an SEC school in that city. And then you guys have to decide, using only their name, whether it's a portal player or a politician. Are we ready? We'll start with Ty, who memorized all 6,000 players that have entered the portal so far.
Let's go.
All right, Ty, we'll start with Dawson Newman. Is he a Temple, Texas product described as a rangy wide receiver from Maryland who hauled in 4 touchdown passes this year on only 19 catches and also made an impact on special teams? Or is he a 34-year-old graduate of UAB with a degree in mathematics who enjoys hiking on the weekends and helps manage the ever-growing city budget of the quaintest little village on the plains in Auburn, Alabama?
I'm going to go the second. I'm going to go the...
You think he's a politician?
Yeah,
Tommy, what say you?
Dawson sounds like a very 35-year-old name, so I'm going to go with politician.
You're correct. He is a 34-year-old graduate of UAB and the purchasing officer in the city of Auburn, Alabama. Shout out to you, Dawson Newman. All right, number 2, Tommy, we'll go with you first. Daniel Cruz. Is he a 6'3" interior offensive lineman valued at approximately $319,000 in NIL, hailing from North Richland Hills, Texas, who accomplished his dream of playing for the flagship school of his home state, only to leave a year later for playing time? Or the fiery city councilman from College Station that loves to support his Aggies so fiercely he still harkens back to his days at A&M, where he was a yell leader, a good local leader that posts his own yell leader chants live on his well-manicured lawn every game day?
Now, I've watched game tape on this guy. He's a player.
All right, so you say that he's a player. Daniel Cruz. Ty, what say you?
Impressive player.
I'm going to go with player as well. That sounds more like a player.
It is correct. You guys are both 2 for 2 right here. Daniel Cruz, he's from Texas. He's from Texas. All right, we got Damon Wilson the second here. Is he a former Missouri Tiger via the University of Georgia that logged nearly 10 tackles for loss last year in Como as an astute edge rusher who could be fetching upwards of $2 million thanks to the generous boosters of his next landing spot? Or is he Knoxville, Tennessee's own freshman state legislator and former high school baseball coach who campaigned on education reform? The proud Belmont grad and avid weekend fisherman quickly gained attention for questioning athletic funding during budget hearings. Ty?
Awfully specific, so I'm going to go the latter.
So you say he's a politician? Tommy, what say you?
I don't remember him on Missouri's roster, so I'm going to go politician.
Damon Wilson is a former Missouri Tiger who is potentially going to fetch one of the highest NIL funds next year. So we come down to this. We're tied here, 2-2. The last one here. Harvey Ward. Is he a former walk-on safety with NFL size at 6'3" and 210 pounds who earned a scholarship to Western Michigan and climbed his way onto the second team All-MAC this past fall, who's looking to make a splash at a Power 4 program, according to his agent? Or a once duly elected city commissioner and former local radio executive that is passionate about growing the middle class across the city, empowering East Gainesville, creating a safer, cleaner, and more affordable city, and generally telling the Gainesville story more proudly? Ty, what say you?
I'm going to say the politician.
What was the name?
Harvey Ward.
No parent would name their kid Harvey in these days, and that'd be tough. So
that would be tough.
I'm going to go politician.
You are correct, fellas.
Yeah.
So you both are tied here, 3-3. I did make a tiebreaker for us right here, fellas. To this point, Arkansas's highest-rated transfer is which of the following players? Ty, is it Jasper Parker, the running back from Michigan? Ben Bogle, the linebacker from West Virginia, a former FCS All-American at his previous school? Joker Johnson, the defensive back from Tulane? Or Bryant Williams, the OT from Louisiana?
It's Williams, I think.
Ty says Williams. Tommy,
I'm
what
at
say
a
you?
disadvantage here, being out the last few days.
The running back from Michigan?
Yeah, I'll go with him on a hunch. Yeah.
Ty Richardson is our winner
Yeah.
today. He picked Bryant Williams correctly, and he was able to distinguish either whether it was a portal player or politician much
I'll take
more astutely.
Since you've had a hell of a week, a hell of a weekend, I will go without enforcing a rule.
Well, that's no fun.
Yeah, I would go for blood today.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you have to do the rest of the show without wearing headphones. Which for those that
So I don't have to listen to you as a student? That's the punishment?
That doesn't sound like it's fun, but as someone that has to do this on a daily basis, if we have something that's not working or malfunction, it drives me nuts. It might not drive you nuts, but it drives me nuts.
All right, that's Talk of the Town Tuesday. Hey, hang on. Let me take these headphones off. Talk of the Town Tuesday, brought to you by Oakland Sports. Hey, we're closing in on not just the divisional round this weekend and the NFC AFC weekend. Super Bowl's coming up. Now's the time to get your Oakland Sports app up and running on your phone. You can download it in the Apple app or Google Play Store. Take advantage of the new customer offer, up to $1,000 in bonus bets. Once you deposit, you're automatically enrolled in the promotion. You get a second chance on your first bet each of your first 10 days, up to $100 in bonus bets per day. Profit boost for new and existing customers on qualifying three-leg parlays, futures, outright winners, spreads, totals, and there will be a ton for the Super Bowl in just a few weeks. Bet with the brand you trust. Bet with Oakland Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
When we come back, SEC updates, what's going on with the college football playoff, and more when we come back on the Morning Rush.
Listen at home. Listen on the commute. Listen all day at work. Sports talk all the time.
Whenever he's an offensive coordinator, it's like he's flipping burgers. One side, he's cooking, and the other half is completely raw.
You're listening to the Morning Rush.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Darius Acuff is the SEC Freshman of the Week. Again.
This is the Morning Rush.
You know what's underrated? Having choices. Like, imagine not being able to choose your Lux Cravings box at Taco Bell. Imagine you couldn't get a box of classics for $5, or Faves for $7, or a lavish feast for $9, now with cheesy dipping burritos and creamy garlic sauce. Good thing all those choices are, like, actually real. So instead, imagine which you're gonna get. Choose your Lux Cravings box at Taco Bell today. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Price and participation varies. Drinks excludes freezes. Tax extra.
Basketballs bounce, cheerleaders cheer, and fans are flocking to the paint store in Van Buren. The paint store in Van Buren is known for their color matching. The paint store in Van Buren is known for their help with color selection. The paint store in Van Buren shares their expert advice from 35 years of experience. If you haven't been to the paint store in Van Buren, you are missing out. How about you give them a shout next time you need some real life help you can't get on YouTube?
Save up to $4,000 on select Buick Envisions at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Envision showcases inspired design with exclusive features in this 5-passenger SUV. Or drive the brand new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover for as low as $399 per month. These are limited time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith or online at harryrobinson.com.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a time out to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of Arkansas and Southwest Missouri is offering 50% off installation or no interest if paid in full until 2027. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends January 31st, 2026.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging, your Xerox authorized dealer in the River Valley. Xerox is more than just a brand, it's your ultimate business partner. Whether you need high-speed printers, powerful copiers, or seamless cloud solutions, Xerox has the tools to keep your business running smoothly and efficiently. And right now, for a limited time, we're offering a free Xerox color printer with the lease or purchase of many Xerox models. To learn more, call us at 783-6600 or visit us at dixiedigital.com. Dixie Digital Imaging, your partner in business success.
Wes, how many people can a large pizza feed?
About 4.
So I should tell Cousin Jeff 1.
Oh, wow. He's a big eater.
The biggest. He once got kicked out of an all-you-can-eat diner because they ran out of food. How many can a small pizza feed?
I'd say 2.
Our small pizza at $15 is a meal for 2? We should advertise this. That goat'll hunt.
Dog.
What you call me?
That dog will hunt.
Wes, dogs are man's best friend. Goats are the true hunters.
Goats?
Billy Goat Jr.'s Grammy was trained to chase squirrels, cats, birds, and rabbits. We could hear her for miles through the brush. And she'd circle them right to us.
You're not serious.
As serious as a meal for 2 for $15.
You're an interesting cat.
What you call me?
A meal for 2 for $15. Eat Jim's RazorbackPizza.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion.
You know, every game is a dogfight.
We're about the toughest there is.
Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
The Hawks have finally hit. It's the first SEC tournament championship for Arkansas.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
What this might be. Oh, wow. Whoa, yeah, what? We got some playing cards. We got some pictures. There it is, Pate. All the people that intercepted you. I got.
How about that gift from Eli to his older brother, Peyton Manning? Final Manning cast, I guess, of the season last night. Delivering a plaque with the playing cards of every person that picked off Peyton in his rookie season, which I think is still a record. Those two have fun with each other. Former Tennessee Volunteer and Ole Miss Rebel having some fun on Monday Night Football last night, where the Houston Texans just pounded the Steelers. You want to hear a stat?
Bring it.
It's our friends Big Tim and Little Tim McGuire.
Okay, they were there.
Correct.
Last night.
I was told by my roommate last night. Little Tim is now 0-13 at United States games featuring the Pittsburgh Steelers, his favorite team. So his Big Tim should blame his son for the loss last night.
So whose record is worse? Tie behind enemy lines or?
Oh, it's him. We've won behind enemy lines before when I've been
We
there.
got smoked Saturday.
Yeah, but I didn't think
I think we win that
First
game.
of all, you said that we weren't going to win, and then you go to double down, so you make sure that we don't. That's
we
just that's
have.
bad.
I think we'd have won the game if Ty hadn't been
They
there.
weren't going to win
bad
if I was
journalism.
there or not. Just trying to do my job. Drove 10 hours to Auburn. And
You didn't
watched
drive
the
10
show.
hours to do your job.
I was doing my job.
Please.
I was doing my
Child, please.
I'm like, in what was it? Not Friday Night Lights and River Times. I was doing my job.
No.
Yeah.
What was her name?
It's,
Yeah.
I was doing a job.
You know how I
doing-
know it's not a job? I didn't get an expense report. That's how I know.
I was doing, I took it on the chin
Yeah.
like they did this
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah.
That's what I always do.
Uh-huh,
What I do for the team. So Auburn won this weekend, obviously, trying to bounce back. Don't know if you're going to have Carter Knox for this game tomorrow night. Tom was talking about it a little bit earlier. Cal was having some fun on his coach's show.
Carter did not practice. His hips still bothered him, but no, we didn't. I did tell Carter we had a great practice without you today. Wow.
Just messing. Cal sounds like he was having some fun messing with Carter Knox, but we talked about this yesterday, Tommy. You're going to see Isaiah Sealy tomorrow night. That's one of the reasons he played late in that game on Saturday. I said this was going to happen. I mean, they're going to have, listen, it's the physicality of the SEC. Guys are going to get injured. There maybe should have been a foul called, not on Carter, but against Carter in that play. And that's one of the reasons Isaiah played late in that game, because you're going to need him during SEC play. Is he going to play 30 minutes tomorrow night? No. But you're going to see that 9-man or that 8-man rotation probably still stay at 8 if Carter doesn't play tomorrow night.
Well, and inevitably someone's going to be injured and miss a game or be very limited. So, I mean, you better have someone, ready to rock and roll, or you're going to get caught. But, I mean, that's not what got you beat the other night. It's not what got you slapped around. So I would imagine they had a pretty physical, pretty intense, high cardio practice yesterday.
That's
be my guess.
That's a good way to look at it. It's like Cal said.
I'm not mad, but I'm disappointed.
I think we were disappointed. I wasn't mad coming off that game. I thought they were going to lose. I didn't, as you said earlier, I didn't think they were going to get ran
I thought we
over
had
by
a chance
20.
to win until I saw your video that you were actually in attendance.
Yeah. Well, hey, I learned something. They rolls Toomer's corner after basketball games.
Yeah.
So I thought that was just a football.
Pretty
They
lame.
wouldn't have if you hadn't been there.
Pretty lame to roll it for a win in January.
That's what they do. Colton, you did this earlier. Quick synopsis. SEC, I know, in the midst of college football playoff discussions. Greg Sankey's winning 16. Tony Petitti's winning 24. What's the timeline's? What, next week?
Yes, next January the 18th in Miami, the day before the national championship game. They're going to meet for their annual review of the season, in which they will look at expanding the college football playoff to possibly 16 or 24 teams, as well as look at how the bowl games fit into that, and also try and get a better feel for who should be on the college football selection committee. There's been a lot of riffraff about how maybe some sitting college athletic directors should not be a part of the committee, but rest assured, your fearless AD, Hunter Yurachek, will be there through next season.
All right, quarterback news before we conclude our SEC update. Chambliss didn't get added a waiver, or
not yet.
Not yet, but that's probably, if I was going to guess, going to change. Bo Prabila is going to Virginia following Chandler Morris. And then this is a wild story. Sam Levitt was in Knoxville for a trip to see Josh Heupel and company. Kiffin, I don't know if you saw this, Kiffin followed him to Knoxville, then got him to commit to LSU, and Tennessee is apparently still trying to sway Sam Levitt to go to Tennessee because Aguilar hasn't gotten his waiver from the NCAA yet. I mean, it's hard to keep up with those.
I've heard some wild stories just with kids in our state. Kid from Warren that was being recruited at somewhere else, I forget, but
OBU.
But Ole Miss and LSU were both in on this kid, and Charlie Weiss Jr., who was there. It was just weird. He was there. He's still coaching. This was before the game the other night, and made an offer on behalf of LA. Went from one room into the other and made an offer for 2 different schools.
That's wild.
Got to switch hats real quick.
Yes. I mean, that's the craziness of what we're doing here. I mean, it's just, it's unbelievable. All right, that's the SEC update for you this morning. Brought to you by the Northwest Arkansas Boat and Outdoor Expo. It is coming up. Hang on, it's still on my sheet. It just happened. So don't know why it's still on my sheet.
It happened this weekend?
Yeah, and it's still on my sheet to tell you about.
That's not your fault.
At least I didn't get all the way through it. I hope they had a great time at the Northwest Arkansas Boat and Outdoor Expo.
It was a great weekend. Well, Eagles fans did not have a great time, and Lincoln Financial fall into the San Francisco 49ers. Jalen Hurts is mad. A.J. Brown's mad. Nick Sirianni's mad. And then there's a young Eagles fan that's mad after the game, calling for the head of his OC.
You can't make those drops in that game. And I also want Kevin Patullo flipping burgers at like the local McDonald's or something. I don't care.
Why do you say that?
Whenever he's an offensive coordinator, it's like he's flipping burgers. One side, he's cooking. One half, he's cooking. And the other half is completely raw.
Doesn't that sound like Arkansas's offense this
year?
year?
Sounds like a young man's been listening to his daddy.
Yeah, that sounded like there's been times this season, this past football season, I feel like Arkansas's offense was unstoppable. Really, a lot of times it was first half, and then second half things would go awry or just nothing would happen. But I know there's been so many ups and downs for Eagles fans this year. Yeah. And then to have, I love kids after games because they're not going to swear most of the time. But just the raw reaction that you get from many fan bases after the game. A lot of times the older gentlemen and gals are drunk and cursing and whatnot. But that kid, that was great. That was a great reaction to that loss.
Flipping burgers.
Flipping burgers. Go ahead.
I was just that to me that sounds like something he's heard his dad tell his buddies, over a round of beers or something, or talking to the TV himself. And I liked how he probably recreated that. Hey, when it comes to banking, you deserve a pleasant and productive experience and one that puts you first. That's exactly what you'll find at Sterling Bank, your community bank right here in Northwest Arkansas. Top-notch customer service. Every transaction feels personal because these guys aren't just your bankers. They're your friends and they're your neighbors. They live right here in Northwest Arkansas, and they are in touch and committed to the people, the businesses, and the organizations that make Northwest Arkansas thrive. Their passion for growth and progress, it fuels everything that they do at Sterling Bank. So if you're looking for a local, friendly bank that fits your needs, visit Sterling Bank, Fayetteville, Rogers, or in Bentonville. Online at stirbank.bank. Sterling Bank, invested in you, committed to Northwest Arkansas.
Divisional games are set after Houston moves on past Pittsburgh last night. Give me the best match of the weekend between the 49ers and Seahawks, the Rams at the Bears in Soldier Field, Texans going to Foxborough to take on Hunter Henry, Drake May, and the Pats, and then Josh Allen trying to win another road game in Mile High against Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos. What will be the best divisional game of Saturday and Sunday?
Denver. The game in Denver.
That's what I thought, too. Josh Allen has a chance to make it to the AFC Championship game again. The Bo Nix.
What was that? The Bills' first road win in a playoff game since like '98 or something. It was a long period of time.
Texans got 1-2 last night. Colton, what do you think?
I think the most exciting game is probably going to be that Rams-Bears game. The Bears have been cardiac kids all year there at Soldier Field and on the road as well. So I think that's going to be a really big matchup. And Matt Stafford's still playing at an MVP level, and he's getting up there in age too. The last of that that dying breed of quarterback still in the NFL. That's going to be one that I have my eyes on for sure.
We were talking about this yesterday, Tommy, and I know you had plenty to do over the weekend with everything, but the rivalry, not just the forced rivalry, but the long-standing and the newness of Ben Johnson and Matt LaFleur. And it's more Johnson.
The handshakes are a classic. Or the lack of.
Johnson's manufacturing a little bit of this as well, which you need that. You need a little bit of a psycho edge to you when you got to be the head coach of a football team. So, and there may not be any bad blood between them at all, as far as I know. But he's amping himself up in that Michael Jordan way, trying to find any way to motivate himself.
He's getting
to hate the Packers.
They put out that video of him saying F the Packers after the game, and he's getting asked in the press conference yesterday about, like, what do you think about this? It's like, it's a rivalry. Like, I like when coaches don't like each other.
Yeah.
I like when Cal, like, him and Patino, while they won't say they hate each other, they hate each other. Like that's good for college and professional sports. Again, stuff goes over the edge sometimes. I understand that. But when you have the longest rivalry in the National Football League, and two young coaches, two very intelligent coaches that don't like each other, the handshake stuff, people play off that.
I think handshake lines are stupid at a certain level. They're good for kids to learn sportsmanship.
Coaches should be able to be held to a higher standard. They should go out there
coaches shaking
and shake
hands, one thing. The idea that grown men have to, that they don't really do a handshake line in professional football. They all wander around and hug who they want.
Same as college.
In college football, yes, but college basketball, this contrived handshake line,
you don't like it?
It just seems forced. So
sorry if we're forcing our kids to learn.
They're not kids. That's my point. These aren't 8-year-olds. They're not even 15-year-olds. I get it at certain levels, but some of this seems a bit forced. Nothing good's going to. Does anyone say, well, that handshake following that 23-point butt kicking we took at Auburn, man, now I feel like more of a sportsman. What did you come away with?
There were some technical fouls in that game. Pettiford baited both Malik Thomas and Malik Ewan. That's the thing about this team, this basketball team. When they get down, they do some dumb stuff.
Yeah.
How many technicals now is it on the season? TB did the towel thing. You had that incident in Auburn. And listen, some are worse than others. And I get it. Like, if you're down, you're pissed. I get it. But
don't show just because you're mad, don't show your backside.
There's examples of that throughout the season. And in a tournament game, that could cost you the difference between moving on to the second weekend or not.
You gotta know the stage and know what it means. And hopefully that doesn't happen. Hey, real quick before we get to our CJ's Butcher Boys trivia that's coming up, Gaston's White River Resort. Have y'all been telling people about winter rates while I've been gone? Winter rates. Now you can save money on lodging. 40% off during the winter months right now at Gaston's. Great time to be fishing. State Park area opens back up into the month. Now's the time to make reservations for some of the best brown and rainbow fishing of the year that's going to be happening over the next few weeks or month or so at Gaston's. 870-431-5202. And this time of the year, let's be honest, people don't travel as much. People don't get out as much. People are still kind of in New Year's mode. That's why they want to entice you with 40% off lodging when you stay now at Gaston's. Gives you more time and more money to fish and enjoy it and not have the pressure of a full resort and everybody there and a challenge to get all the best guides. You're going to have the best time this time of the year. Yeah, it's a little cooler, but bundle up. It's a wonderful time and some of the biggest trout I've ever brought in. Some of the biggest trout I've ever landed have come this time of the year, so I think you'll find success on the White River as well. 870-431-5202 is the number. 870-431-5202. Ask about winter rates at Gaston's White River Resort. A first-class time every time.
Favorite radio station, hitthatline.com and the Hit That Line Now app.
Validity given to the, the Twitter experts and all the, experts on TV now who make it seem like they know what the hell they're talking about.
You're listening to The Morning Rush.
David, if you see this, we're not taking the rat poison, Coach. We're not taking the rat poison.
This is The Morning Rush.
2026 is looking bright at Rath Auto Resources. Celebrate by driving away in one of our road-ready certified pre-owned cars, reconditioned and backed by a comprehensive warranty. With our award-winning customer service, non-commissioned sales team, and painless pricing, we take the hassle out of the car buying experience, so you can focus on more important things, like that new gym membership, quitting smoking, or that other thing. Ring in the new year with a new ride and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. RathAutoFortSmith.com.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. For a successful stint in the great outdoors, pack accordingly. Place heavy essentials near your spine for stability in rough terrain, with light items near the bottom. Now, you may be wondering, where does the Bush Light go? In your stomach. Or head for the mountains. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023 Anheuser-Busch Bush Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
We're keeping Arkansas beautiful. Want to lend a hand? Don't be afraid to get them dirty. Every day, volunteers around the state are picking up litter, planting trees and wildflowers, recycling, and more. You know what these volunteers need most? Help. Volunteer today at KeepArkansasBeautiful.com. Learn more about all our programs. A message brought to you by the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission, this station, and the Arkansas Broadcasters Association.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Up to $11,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $11,000 off, or take 4.9% for up to 84 months. Lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer and go 0 to 60 in under 3.9 seconds for as low as $9.99 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Anybody interested in grabbing a couple of burgers?
Those are good burgers, brother.
How's your burger? My God.
This is CJ's Trivia Tuesday, presented by CJ's Butcher Boy Burgers in Fayetteville and Russellville.
I got the shakes that'll make you quit. I got the fries that'll cross your eyes. I got the burgers that'll... Just the burgers.
When all you do are burgers, they have to be the best.
Are you selling Girl Scout cookies?
Old SpongeBob reference. Hadn't heard that in a while.
That was South Park, but yeah.
Oh, South Park. Okay, I was thinking the same thing. Oh, man, that dates me a little bit. Explore Moors have joined the Girl Scout cookie roster for this year. Guys, gals, what is the number one Girl Scout cookie sold? 877-377-6963. Don't have time for a call today, just a text for a $25 CJ's Butcher Boy Burgers gift card. It's the largest led girl entrepreneurial program in the world. In the world. Runs through April. What is the highest selling Girl Scout cookie? 877-377-6963. It might not be your favorite, but it's the highest grossing of any. Do you guys, okay, Spencer and Cedarville, Preston and Fayetteville, you guys are both correct. I think Spencer won last time, so I might have to give this to Preston. Brandon's right. Do you guys enjoy? The correct answer is Thin Mints. Do you guys enjoy?
Are they
Thin
on
Mints?
sale right now?
Apparently, they just started selling. You don't like them, Colton?
I'm not a Thin Mint person. Okay. Mint's not my favorite. I'm a big fan of the Tagalongs. I will eat those.
Is that the one with the peanut butter?
That's the peanut butter ones.
You know,
okay. That is correct.
Oh, those are good.
Walmart sells kind of a knockoff of all the.
Are they pretty good?
Oh, they're real good.
Okay. Well, that's it. CJ's Trivia Tuesday. We do it every single Tuesday, courtesy of our friend Keith Wilson at CJ's in Russellville and Fayetteville. Tommy was talking about the seasoning on Corn on the Cob. It's good on everything. CJ's Butcher Boy Burgers. When all you do are burgers, they got to be the best.
Saracen Sportsbook app. We realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer.